We are with Bill Johnson, who played Leatherface in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. How you doing, Bill? Welcome to Niagara Falls.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you. Hey, have you had a chance to look down at the falls?
Yeah, the room has a great view of the horseshoe, and it's nice at night. The colored lights are nice.
Have you been here before?
First time.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You never even passed through, never saw the falls ever. Where are you from?
I spent most of my life in Texas.
In Texas? Oh,
in
wow.
Austin, yeah.
Oh, wow. So, perfect segue into the next question. So, you are Leatherface in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Part 2, yes.
How did you get the role?
Typically the same way, audition, and it was a national search. And I just happened to be living in Austin, as was Gunner when he was cast, and was Robbie Jacks when he was cast as Leatherface in the New Generations.
Oh, wow. So the movie itself, I think I wore my videotape out. We were just talking with Dan Yeager about Texas Massacre 1. I did wear my tape out in part 2. Actually, the end cut off, and I was like, are you kidding me? So I had to go out and buy a new VHS tape. VHS.
Wearing them out.
Yeah. So talk about that scene where the guys, they pull up on the bridge, and you guys are like head to head, or you guys are beside them, and you've got the chainsaw going, the Mercedes,
two knuckleheads who get the head shot.
Were you braced? Is what I meant to say on the
Bob
pickup.
Elmore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, typically with a live saw moving, they didn't want to take any chances,
Okay.
and because they had this movie was already sold. It was contracted to be on the screen by a certain date, and it was approaching rapidly.
Okay.
So they were really, flooring it all the time. Push, 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 push. Hurry up, make it happen.
Right. Now that scene was cut out of the movie where the actual saw comes down on the guy's head and slices it. Did you know that?
Did I know that? I
They-
saw the movie.
Yeah, no, well, obviously, yeah, but did you see the part where, obviously you saw the part, but, and pardon the pun, saw the part. So when the saw comes in the car, it slices the guy's head off, partly. But you knew it was cut out of the film. Do you think that was an important part to be left in the film? Blood and gore being back in that day compared to...
Well, Toby was really on the edge of the ratings.
Okay,
Because he had to be worried about too much blood meant an X rating.
I see, okay.
Yeah, the rating system was pretty weird, especially back then. So that's why it was released unrated.
How was it like working with Carolyn Williams?
That's pretty great. I only saw her on the set
Oh, okay,
and in our scenes. That's the only time I saw her. It was great working with her.
yeah.
I mean, we of course, socialized, between scenes, but wasn't that often because I was mostly in the air conditioning, keeping my makeup from melting off.
Oh, yeah. Now the prosthetics itself, like, was it sticking to your face? I mean, Texas is hot,
The mask was tied on.
Oh, it was tied on. Okay.
Yeah, it was tied on with a couple of, rawhide strings.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, just tied and off you go.
Right. Now, Dennis Hopper, God rest his soul,
Yeah.
great guy. What was it like working with him? I mean, he's a great actor all around.
Yeah, it was really exciting and fun to be around him, watch him work, and to work with him, because he's so, he's such an unusual talent, and a strong, super strong actor, and a weird guy. I mean, everybody knows Dennis was just he was wired differently. I mean, he's totally trustworthy. I mean, people trusted him with multi-million-dollar movies to direct them.
Sure.
They don't give that away. They put you through a lot of tests. So, yeah, he was mostly an artist. He visually painted a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was a collector, big into art, yeah.
Did you have a relationship with Leatherface himself? Like, I mean, as an individual, Ed Gein was a bad individual, but did you study at all his mannerisms as well as the movements of, Gunnar Hansen from the
Oh,
original?
God, no.
No.
That was a dead end.
Okay.
That was a dead end because this movie was not a pickup from the first one.
Okay.
It's sliced in from another dimension, a parallel universe. So, thankfully, because I could just go ahead and do what I needed to. Because if I tried to copy Gunner's stuff, it would come off wrong.
Right. Okay.
And that would have been worse than, about one of the worst things to do, I think.
Were you surprised though that it wasn't carried over from part one the way they did Texas Massacre 3D?
Was I surprised what they did?
Yeah, like in the sense that it wasn't continuation from the original film?
Well, I was a little, I guess, surprised, but it didn't bother me.
Okay.
I was just happy that it wasn't like the first one. First one scared the hell out of me.
Just like a lot of us, I'm sure.
Yeah, it scared the hell out of me. So it was. Plus, I like comedy and weirdness. So
Well,
funny weirdness is.
is there anything coming up for you? Speaking of anything comedy-wise, the
last week
Camp
of the year. Oh, Camp Kick It To, yeah.
Camp Kick It To.
Camp Kick It To. It was an Austin independent film, and kids going to summer camp to kick drugs.
Sounds like a blast.
Yeah.
And like you said, you like comedy. So when I read your IMDb and I saw it, I was like, whoa, that's really off the wall compared to a Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of thing,
Yeah, I have a just sort of cameo in that, but it's I hook up the lead guy to his destination.
There you go. All right. We'd like to thank you. Is there anywhere that anybody? That's not
Oh
gonna be-
yeah, this is my last gig this year.
This is it?
For this year. Stuff next year is not really solidified yet.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, you know what? Thank you very much for your time. Thanks for doing
Sean.
this. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
And Bill Johnson, Leatherface.